Hello, everyone. So I'm here again, and for today's session, we're going to discuss the introduction to data collection and analysis. Okay, again, we need to collect data for our research to support our study. So effective data collection and analysis are essential for gaining meaningful insights and driving informed decision making. So this presentation will guide you through the key steps in the process from defining research to ensuring data quality and integrity. So yan. Meron tayong research objectives. And from that objectives, makagagawa tayo ng mga tanong. And then those questions will be validated by the expert. Now, as a researcher, it is your duty to collect data naman. And then later on, analyze them. Let us define research objectives. So just a recap, okay? We already discussed this before, but for you to understand it and for you to recall it, here you go. Number one, clearly articulate goals. Establish the specific questions you aim to answer of the problems you intend to solve through your data collection and analysis. As a researcher, it is very crucial that you are what? Yes, very specific with your study goals. Ano nga ba ang goal ng iyong research? Bakit mo ito ginagawa? So, dapat malinaw sa iyan. Next, align with business needs. Ensure your research objectives are closely tied to the organization's strategic priorities and operational requirements. Understood? Dapat yung objectives mo, closely tied daw to organization strategic priorities. Ano ba yung priority? Dapat dun ka, no? Or sa mga graduate school, ayan, sa mga universities, meron tayong mga fina-follow na research areas of interest na pwede mo naman din sundan or maging guide mo sa paggawa ng iyong research. Of course, measurable outcomes. Define the key performance indicators or metrics that will be used to assess the success of your data-driven initiatives. Yan. KPIs, no? The key performance indicators. No? It should be measurable. You always look at the data. You should be a data-driven individual. Okay? You decide based on the data na nakikita mo. Hindi yung mag-iisip ka lang, magha-hypothesize, ganyan. No? So, dapat data-driven tayo. Selecting appropriate data collection methods. So, for here, we're gonna discuss quantitative, qualitative, and the mixed methods. So, again, for the quantitative, numerical data, learn natin yan, such as sales figures, website analytics, and survey responses. So, quantitative na study yan. For the qualitative, we have contextual information gathered through interviews, focus groups, and observations. For the mixed methods, of course, we're gonna combine the quantitative and qualitative approaches for a more comprehensive understanding. Yun po ang ginagawa ng mixed methods. No? You combine them, the result of quanti and quali. But of course, in your master studies, you will be learning how or what are the subjects more under the mixed methods. Okay? So, meron pa po yung sub-content. Let us now proceed here. Designing data collection instruments. So, how do we design? So, for the surveys, carefully crafted questions that gather structured feedback from a target audience. Yan. So you crop questions, sometimes you adapt questions from an existing tool, no? And then of course, you ask for the permission of the original creator of that tool, and if you created it like yourself, no, you should validate it with your validators, no? So it should be three professionals that are doing that job, no? Dapat professional sila. Next, interviews. In-depth conservations that provide rich, qualitative insights into user experiences. Ayan. So, in-depth conversations, no? Dapat nagpo-provide ng rich, qualitative insights into user experiences. Ayan po. No? Dapat ma-interview, no? Yung dapat mo interviewin based on the criteria set na ikaw ang gumawa. Next, we have observations, systematic monitoring and recording of user behavior in natural settings. Ayan ano, kung gusto mo talaga na malaman yung sitwasyon, you have to live with them. For instance, you are studying our ITAS, mga kapatid nating ITAS, no? Mga badyaw. You have to live with them, no? So you can observe how is their day-to-day living? How is their lifestyle? No? Malalaman mo yan once na sumama ka sa kanila. No? Doon ka tumira for a period of time, no? For your study. And of course, we have here the data analysis techniques and tools. So we have here statistical analysis, identifying trends, patterns, and relationships within the data. So, we identify it through the data. So, kaya kinakailangan na meron tayong data para may ma-analyze tayo for the research. Data visualization, presenting insights through intuitive and engaging visual representations. Ayan. No? So, we present insights using visuals. Data management, we also have this, organizing, storing, and securing data for efficient and reliable access. So as a researcher, it is your duty to make sure na ang data mo ay hindi ma-access ng iba. Dapat it is secured, no? And then machine learning, leveraging advanced algorithms to uncover hidden insights and make predictions. We are now in 21st century. Gamitin natin ang technology, machine learning. It will change the whole game. Okay? So, advanced algorithms. So, of course, we need to ensure the data quality and integrity always. For the data validation, implementing checks and controls to ensure the accuracy and completeness of data collected. Yan, you have to check. Nag-gather ka ng data, check. Tama? Di pwede na, yes, nakapag-gather ka na ng data and then you slack off. Wrong. You should validate your data. Next, data security. Protecting data from unauthorized access, modification, or loss through robust security measures. Again, secure your data. Sapagkat ang mga yan ay confidential. You cannot disclose it to anyone. No? Ikaw lamang at ang mga kasamahan mong researcher ang kinakailangang makapag-access niyan. Hindi mo pwedeng i-share yan sa publiko. Next, ethical considerations, adhering to privacy regulations, and maintaining transparency in the use of personal data. Yan. You have to consider that. Dapat may informed consent ka, they know what you're studying, para hindi naman sila magmukhang tanga. Diba? They should know what will happen to the data during and after the study. You inform them. And of course, we have continuous improvement, regularly reviewing and refining data collection and analysis processes to enhance quality and reliability. So, again, bilang isang individual, we continue learning. So, dapat nag improve din po ang mga ginagawa natin. Ano? So, hindi pwede na stuck tayo, hindi pwede na stagnant tayo. We should always aim for excellence. And we should embrace the use of technology, no, to make our work better. So, I hope that you have learned a lot in this discussion. Isa na namang mahusay at kaanya-anyayang discussion na naganap. So, please do not forget to subscribe in our channel and ring the notification bell para updated kayo sa mga videos na i-release pa natin. No? So, I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye-bye. Have a great one.